Today we are going to read a passage and read about a character in the passage and find out about their character traits. Now remember, we have our strategies for reading passages because we don't read them for fun. We read them to learn or answer the questions afterwards. So we have a specific purpose for reading passages. So before we read a passage, remember, we need to underline the title. And here I see the title is Bear's Honey. Going to underline that. And then remember, we circle the paragraph numbers. And remember, a paragraph is a group of sentences that share a theme or idea. So I'm looking to the side and I see that there are paragraph numbers here and I'm going to circle it. And how many paragraphs do you see? I only see 2 paragraph numbers. Now, do you notice any special words in our paragraph? Any words that look darker than the others or that are underlined? No, because if you see words that are darker than the others or words that are underlined, that means that it is a vocabulary word, and we do not have any in this passage. Now, after we have done that, we need to walk through the question. So let's take a look at the question. Which word best describes bear? So it looks like we are finding the word that best describes our character bear. And here are our options: giving, selfish, friendly. So when we read the passage, we need to think about a word that describes our character bear. So let's go ahead and read the passage. As Bear walked through the forest, he spotted a beehive up in a tree. He smelled fresh, sweet honey inside. Bear looked around quickly to make sure no one else was nearby. He wanted all that honey for himself. Bear climbed up the tree and grabbed the hive. He was ready to dip his paws into the sticky treat. Just then, a voice called out, "Hi, Bear." It was his friend Fox. Bear scooted down the tree, took his honey, and ran away. Now let's take a look at our question again. It says, which word best describes bear? Is bear giving, selfish, or friendly? So let's look at our first option. Is bear giving? That means he gave something to someone else. Did anywhere in this passage talk about bear giving his honey to anyone like Fox? No, he didn't. He actually kept it. So we know that's wrong. Bear is selfish. Let's look back at our passage and see if we can find clues or text evidence that bear is selfish. So let's look at paragraph 1. We're skimming it, we're looking it over, and I see that in the 3rd sentence, the last sentence of the paragraph, it says Bear looked around to make sure no one else was nearby. So we need to highlight that text evidence, but if you have a pencil, you could always do that. But we're going to use the highlighter to highlight. He looked around to make sure no one else was nearby. So is that a giving person or a selfish person? Well, let's keep finding text evidence to see if it supports our selfish answer. So if we keep looking, we'll see that he hears Fox, and when he does, Bear takes the honey and runs away. So it says, just then a voice called out, "Hi, Bear." It was his friend. Bear scooted down the tree, took his honey, and ran away. So he was running away so he wouldn't share the honey with Fox. So if you're not sharing with someone and you don't want anyone else around to take your honey, would that be a selfish person? Yes, that would be a selfish person. But we need to check our other answers before picking selfish, just to be sure. So our last answer choice is friendly. Was he friendly? Did we read anywhere in the passage about him being friendly and seeing other people and being nice to them? No, he was the only one. And then when he heard his friend, he actually ran away from his friend. So he was not friendly. He was actually selfish. So make sure we bubble it in all the way. Now that is how you read a passage, and we found out more about Bear's character. So Bear was the main character of our passage because he was the only one that it was about. We found out about Bear's inside trait, his internal trait, which was being selfish because he didn't want to share his honey. So now, I hope this video helped you and use it to help you answer the questions below.